And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that lovely Brutal OC as we returned. We have returned here with the grand finals of the Host Open number 18. Again, this is a monthly tournament for the Brazilian scene, and we have our best of 7 finals ahead of us here. MasTeR comes in from the upper bracket. That is why coming into this, MasTeR does have a 1-point lead. He does have a 1-point advantage. Meanwhile, Kamikaze coming in from the lower bracket has to try to overcome that. So there is that one advantage here for MasTeR. And coming into this as well, MasTeR is the heavy favorite. He is the strongest Protoss player in all of Brazil, arguably in all of Latin America as well. Kamikaze is going to be a strong contender though. Now, something that I will say coming into this, we did see a little mech from Kamikaze in that TVZ, but only against Zerg. It is a rare sight to see mech against Protoss, so I do expect to see some more standard bio play instead at a Kamikaze. We saw that against Allison. We should see that here against MasTeR as well. As opposed to Allison being crazy and chaotic, Allison went for a cannon rush into proxy Void Ray into proxy Tempest. It was crazy what Allison went for. MasTeR is a little bit more standard here. Is more standard in his approach, so we'll see how Kamikaze can break MasTeR, if at all. We'll see. As we're jumping into game one. Game one is going to be on ley lines. Let's go. Jumping into ley lines. And spawning in the top right hand corner of ley lines, we have our Brazilian Terran player, the blue Terran. Our challenger coming in, rising up from the lower brackets. It is a Kamikaze. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player, the red Protoss himself from the land of Brazil. It is MasTeR. Here we go. We are going to be settling in, and we're calming things down. Now, my eyes are mainly going to be on Kamikaze. We definitely have seen him embrace these more aggressive builds, 2 base all-ins, 3 base all-ins, pull the boys sort of thing against other Protoss opponents. Again, Kamikaze is fully aware of the strength and the power of MasTeR. We'll see if he does take that approach or does go for something more macro-oriented instead. We haven't really seen much macro games so far here in tonight's broadcast. We've always had an aggressor, whether it's Dorminoko, whether it's Kamikaze, whether it's Allison as well. We have just seen a lot more aggressive builds in general and a little more all-ins, so we'll see if we slow the game down a little bit here. We shall see. Meanwhile, double gas open out of Kamikaze going for a faster factory, so it racks a factory into a delayed CC, already a more sort of start. This can lead into reacted Reaper Hellion, this can lead into committed mine drops, can lead into Banshee play. There's a lot of possibilities, a lot of avenues of tech available here to Kamikaze. We'll see what he goes for. For now, there's that factory. Technically, this can turn into a 1-base all-in, but I'm not too fond of the idea here. 1-base all-ins can be quite powerful on smaller maps. I'm thinking Whispers of Gold, I'm thinking El Dorado. Here on ley lines, the rush distance is a little bit longer, so we expect to see an expansion. As he's pulling out of gas. Pulls out of gas, back at home, standard opener. Just gate expand into Cybercore, or gate cyber expand. So we are settling in. West Reaper does move out. Kamikaze going for a CC on location, and there's no setup for an add-on swap, nothing like that. Going Reaper first into Reactor, which means, Widow Mine, no Reacted Reaper Hellion, setting up for a Mine Drop instead. Okay, Reaper dips in, does not scout the tech, gonna be a Twilight Council after the Reaper leaves. Kamikaze still does not quite know what's going on. Could be a Stargate, Twilight Council, or Robo. And the Reaper is hunted down. A nice catch here from MasTeR. He denies the scouts. Kamikaze gonna have to play this out safe. There's a starport. Widowmine into Tech Lab, so not going for a committed mine drop. Is going to be setting up here on the low ground, but here comes MasTeR. His goal here is to delay the CC. The CC is exposed. Remember, the CC was delayed. Was delayed because of the opener. Adepts have arrived. There's that one Widowmine. Couple of Marines in the main. Mine shot. Oh, does he notice? Yeah, he does. Does notice, does try to bait out the mine shots. Not quite able to. Gets behind the mineral line. He wants that SCV. Oh my god. Does want it. SB does go down. Shades past. So far, nice movement here by MasTeR, delaying the command center. Now we do have the medevac on the way. So we are going for the mine drop. Back into Widow Mine production. Mine shot doesn't quite connect. Another ring goes down. Very delicate movement there from MasTeR, and behind this is going into Blink. Perhaps they don't quite commit. Back at home, how many gateways? There's one gate in the main. There is 2 gateways here at the natural, so 3 gate Blink out of MasTeR. Not too committed. From here, MasTeR should be expanding, should be getting a third base. Meanwhile, Kamikaze goes for his 3-1-1 setup. And here comes the mine drop. It's going to be triple Widow Mine from here into tank production. We'll see if these Widow Mines get across the map unscouted. There is an adept in position, and MasTeR, he will see this. Ay, ay, ay. And MasTeR, he will spot the drop. He is aware. And he should be getting, yeah, he's getting in position back at home. Oh, I'm loving this from Kamikaze. So he knows he got scouted. He did see the adept. Kamikaze did notice. He does bob, he does weave, he does rotate over towards the natural instead. So I appreciate the adjustment here from Kamikaze. Back at home, throwing down bunkers, getting ready. He's set up in the center. Prison comes in. Oh, he notices. Wow, he notices the Widow Mine just in time. And here come the Blink Stalkers. Oh, we'll take 2 shots to the face. Yeah, a bit of miscontrol there. Did blink too soon. He wasn't expecting that many Widow Mines. So a decent trade here. Decent trade from Kamikaze. Escapes with the Widow Mines. Very nicely done. Kamikaze does pull away. MasTeR going for his Forge follow-up into his 3rd base, of course. To a greater economy. And even though Kamikaze didn't really get any economic damage, he traded well. He did trade well. He saved all the Widow Mines. He just repaired. MasTeR rotates into the main. Rotates over. Blinks in. Tank is exposed. And the tank, is it going to go down? It looks like it will. Get one more volley. Nice pickup. Stalkers, they get away in time. Yes, time for that one tank without losing a single Stalker. Remember, the 2 dead Stalkers were from the Widow Mines earlier. Speaking of the Widow Mines, they are spotted here by the Observer. MasTeR doesn't quite pick them off. Doesn't try to go for them. Again, MasTeR is just containing his opponents while he gets his 3rd base up and running. He's taking up. Gateway Explosion, +1. Charge is on the way. Getting to charge into the bay, into Colossus. So MasTeR just building up into the mid-game. Observer gets caught. Nice catch. Observer does go down. Gateway is still on the way. And Kamikaze is also getting his 3rd CC, not going for a 2-base all-in. Both players are building up. And Kamikaze does sneak out, once again getting spotted by the same adept. God damn it. Every time. Same adept in position. Confirms the drop. Stalkers are coming from behind. And there's no escaping this. Massive blink. Medevac goes down. Does take down the sentry at least, but not much more than that. And just really the sentry. 2 sentries even. Takes off 2 sentries. Kamikaze does break out. Getting into ghost production. We see MasTeR ready for his own counterattack with that prism. Outside of the main. MasTeR dips in. MasTeR just getting a 4th expansion while Kamikaze gets a 3rd. So far, MasTeR staying on top of his economy, on top of his expansions, building up into Colossus. First Colossus already out. And MasTeR is looking solid. He's just been getting better trades. Better pickoffs. MasTeR can collapse on this position. The Widow Mines have potential here, but it's only just the 1 tank. Here comes the drop into the main. Oh, Prism is deflected. Zealots, they peel off into the mineral line. They force a stim. They force out a stim. Tank is exposed. And he's going for the tank. Mind shots will connect. Catching out some of the stalkers, but still a better trade here for MasTeR. Trading out Zealots here for the tank. Getting 5 SCVs in the natural. And he didn't just get the tank, he got all the Widow Mines. Widow Mine count gets reset. And Kamikaze is looking vulnerable here. No bunker, no factory-based units. Just pure Marine Marauder. Missile goes off, not bad. Missile does connect. Missile connects, MasTeR poking in. Zealots break forward. Likewise, Zealots, they peel off once again into the mineral line. SV is going to be going down. Now we're up to 3 Colossus. And MasTeR, he may just have too much. Vikings are helping. There's not that many Stalkers. There are how many Vikings so far? 2. Getting up to 4. Not enough. Likewise, MasTeR leaving this army very exposed. Moving out with most of his Zealots. All of his Zealots even. Okay, going for the mineral line once again. Colossus try to move in. Has to retreat. But as he does so, more SCV is going to be going down. These are still better trades for MasTeR. Zealots even getting into the main. And again, MasTeR getting a 5th base. Like, he has a booming economy. He can afford all of this. He can afford this, and Kamikaze cannot. As he at least does defend his 3rd. MasTeR pulling away. Let's pull away, waiting for his Zealots. Disruptor has arrived. Oof. He's got his Disruptor. The Zealots, they just keep going in. This time DTs. Dark Templar, they roll into the bases. GG gets caught, just far too much damage. No final fight, and MasTeR, he will pull Kamikaze apart, taking a 2-0 lead. GG. Whew. GG, well played. A very impressive game there by MasTeR. Again, in the end, there was no final clash of armies, just non-stop Zealot run by, Zealot counterattacks, eventually with Dark Templar as well, and Kamikaze bled out far too much. He bled out far too much there to those run-bys. He was able to keep up with the main army and defend his 3rd, but that's all he could do. He couldn't defend his natural or his main. GG. GG, well played. So just solid map control there from MasTeR, enjoying a better economy. Remember, at a certain point, what did we see across the map? There was the one Widow Mine drop and there was the one Marine Marauder drop. Outside of that, Kamikaze could not harass across the map. He was just stuck at home, and MasTeR, he was free to expand and free to just chrono out as many probes as possible. Free to just have that superior economy. And now that leads us into our next game, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Whispers of Gold, we have the Brazilian Terran player, the Blue Terran, down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back as he moves out with an early SCV. It is Kamikaze. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the red Protoss player, leading the series 2-0. We'll see if he can extend that lead. It is MasTeR. As the SCV has arrived, and we are going for the proxy racks. Now what's important here is that there is only one SCV. Only one SCV, so this is not a committed proxy. This most likely is just designed to delay the economy. Rax, Reaper into a bunker on the low ground. We don't expect more than that. So this is not an all-in. Not an all-in here from Kamikaze. Is aggressive, is designed to get damage done, but not overly committed. Meanwhile, MasTeR comes in with the scouts. MasTeR, he will confirm that the Rax is missing. He does get eyes on this. The Rax is not a part of the wall. He will check further in. It is not uncommon for a Terran player to hide the racks in the main base to try to force an overreaction, or to even hide the racks here at the natural, or even at the third location. It's not uncommon. Reaper is on the way. MasTeR's on patrol. Yep, you can see here he's checking the third. And he does confirm the racks. Also confirms there's no add-on, there's no tech lab, there's no second racks either. Factory on the way back at home. And the Reaper dips in. Now MasTeR shouldn't be losing any probes here. He does pull a couple of boys, he has to pull back the weakened workers. Oh, one probe goes down. Nice pickoff. He gets one. Gets one probe so far. Reaper dives in, almost gets surrounded, getting a second probe. A second probe falls, getting up to a third. Very nicely done. The Reaper is gonna go down, but not the worst trade. 3 probe kills is more than should have happened. And may even escape? No shot. Yeah, miscontrol there from MasTeR. Reaper, it does get away. Kamikaze, strong start. Very strong start. 3 probe kills, escapes with the Reaper, going back in, behind the mineral line. Adept having a hard time. This is getting out of hand. This is getting out of control. Getting up to almost 5. He wants that probe. There we go. 5 probe kills. Juicy Adept. Second Adept has arrived. Reaper finally goes down. Whew. Now we can calm down. We can calm down. We can settle into our game. That is a second Rax. That is a second Rax in the main base. This screams one base all in. By now, Kamikaze should have an expansion. Probe scouts. The probe does scout. The probe sees the building Rax. This is too close. Okay, we do have a CC. CC further back in the main. Is this spotted? MasTeR, he does not see the command center, but seeing that second Rax is a big tell about how aggressive Kamikaze is being. Like, this is a very late expansion from the Terran player. And what exactly are we going for? Opening up Cyclone into Hellion, extra Raxes, extra Bio. Meanwhile, MasTeR, he opens up Stargate. Bold move. Bold move, by the way. Did Kamikaze see this? I did not. Did not see the tech. Stargate opener. Into Phoenix, safety shield battery here has been thrown down from MasTeR. Getting ready for aggression. Meanwhile, Kamikaze going for a very early drop. Remember, like, he got the starport before the CC, so that means early medevac, early drop play. But that's what the Phoenix is going to be for. Everything goes down. MasTeR, he responds. Here comes that drop into the main. It's going to be a one-way trip. Gets one probe. Just the one. And there's no escaping this. Cyclone should be lifted. And Kamikaze, he will lose everything. This is not worth it. Massive pickoff here. MasTeR catching the Hellion, Cyclone, and the medevac as well. And Kamikaze's in a rough place. He's in a rough place. Remember, he delayed his expansion for that drop. Delayed everything for that drop, and now he's just getting his orbital. Behind this is 311. Stim is on the way. Combat shields. Anti-air is limited. Going for the mules. MasTeR once again in control of the map. He has map control. Gets another Marine. Catching more reinforcements. Almost loses out of Phoenix, but does pull away in time. And from here, MasTeR is going for the rover. Now, this should be Mass Phoenix into Colossus. This is a bit of an older school style and a little bit risky, but because of how much damage that's been done, MasTeR is safe to do so. Oh, even going, that's even double Robo. He's crazy. Now, what I was going to say, what is more common in modern StarCraft is to go Phoenixes into Charge, into Gateways, into Mass Zealots. And that is just because Zealots become online faster. They become available more faster, and they're ready for an earlier push from the Terran. But because MasTeR has done so much damage, and because he's picked off some key units, he knows that he's safe. He knows that there shouldn't be a push anytime soon. He knows he can get away with this greed. Double Robo into the Bay, into double Colossus production. Very greedy here from MasTeR. He has the bare minimum units to defend, but he has enough because of all the Phoenixes, because of the early damage. Kamikaze is stuck at home. I will say that MasTeR's third base is late. That is true. It is a later third because of the extra gases and because of the earlier tech. Oh, the boys are being pulled. And it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing from Kamikaze. Now, has MasTeR been too greedy? That is the question. Has he been too greedy? He's going to have two Immortals and one Colossus to defend. It's all or nothing for Kamikaze. He's committing. He's got a lot of Vikings. Vikings that can help deal with the Colossus as well. Yeah, more Shield Barriers on the way. MasTeR does engage ahead of time. So important here that he does try to force a siege. He does pull it off. Early siege at a Kamikaze. This is just buying time. Buying time for the Shield Barriers for the Colossus. Just buying time for MasTeR. Kamikaze still rallying across the map. Going for Liberators as well. Sieging up within range of the Robos. Very nice position. MasTeR, he did miss the rotation. Has to try to respond. Massive volley goes off. Volley goes off. Repair on the Vikings. Ooh, the Bay's going to go down. Massive pickup. MasTeR, he's in trouble here. He's up against the wall. He has to commit. It does push forward. Diving on the Vikings. Can he go for the lift? Yeah, barely not, but the tanks are going to go down. Yeah, the Immortals, they get on top of the tanks. Tanks do fall. Vikings as well. And he pulls back to the Colossus. Just barely keeps it alive. Very nice save there from MasTeR. MasTER, he shuts down the push. He shuts down the all-in. The Colossus barely goes down. Whew. But that's all the Kamikaze had. That's all that he had. Even pulling extra boys. Third base now on the way. And MasTeR breaks out. He breaks out, catching those reinforcements, catching a tank. Oh, barely not. Pulls away. Pulls away instead. Back at home, third CC just down in production here for Kamikaze. And there's still a lot of pressure on the Terran, as they lost their army and MasTeR did not. MasTeR, he at least lost all the Colossus, but the Immortal Count's still very healthy. The Liberators to get within range. They siege up. Probes going down. Getting 4 probe kills here in the main. Nothing quite at the natural. Gets a Stalker. Not bad. Gets a Stalker. MasTeR, he double expands, going for the 4th base. As a reminder, MasTeR, his own third was late. And this is still up in the air. I mean, the Immortal count is still insanely high for MasTeR, true. But he has no Twilight Council. This Twilight Council is late for MasTeR, the Gateways as well. I guess it's just been a shaky game for the Protoss. Kamikaze. Fortifying himself, now taking his third. Taking his expansion. Going in towards the Ghost production. Ghost Academy's on the way. Likewise, MasTeR rebuilding his Phoenixes. Trying to deter any kind of drop play. Twilight Council finally done, at least until charge finishes. I do feel like MasTeR is vulnerable, but there we go. Charge is being chronoed. He does need it. Getting his 4th base up and running. I still give the slight edge here to MasTeR, but it's still a shaky game state. And we'll see what Kamikaze can get done, as he is prioritizing medevacs once again. Going into Medivacs instead of Vikings. We'll see if he goes for any drop play. For now, waiting for his ghost. Fully saturated on 3 bases. MasTeR now getting a 5th. Or at least looking to. Throwing down spotter pylons for now. Again, unlike the previous game, MasTeR doesn't really have as secure map control. That's why he's throwing down as many pylons as he can nearby. And Kamikaze is getting up to how many? Up to 6 tanks. Jeez, that's a massive tank count. Here we go, does push. Charge is about to finish up, but how many cells do we have? Not many, only 8. And barely any charge lots. MasTeR now going for a 5th expansion, but Kamikaze does move in. MasTeR does spot this. And there's a cancel. Tank flow is going up, punishing the zealots. Without many zealots, he just can't engage into this. He needs more charge lots. Once again, Baith is denied. Oof. MasTeR overextends. MasTeR is in trouble here. He's in trouble. Going for a zealot run by. Likewise, does move in too soon. Once again, punished by the 6 tanks. Zealots do get into the mineral line. Not a bad run by. Does move in. Tanks are on siege. Get out of siege at the wrong moments. Massive pickoffs. Tanks going to be going down, and MasTeR engages just at the right moment, just at the right time. Is it enough, though? Not enough support. We still got the zealots earlier. Not enough zealots, not enough charge lots. He will lose everything. And Kamikaze breaks through. He breaks through. Snowballs out of control. Takes down most of the Marauders. Sorry, most of the Immortals. Takes down the Colossus. And MasTeR bleeds off too much. An expensive trade there. That was 6 Immortals going down. 6 Immortals, 5 Sentries, 2 Colossi. Again, just not enough zealots, not enough support. Kamikaze not looking too bad. Getting his 4th base on location. He backs off for now. And MasTeR is struggling. And struggling. He needs that 5th base. Just now getting up. As the 4th base is almost done for Kamikaze. Not bad. Getting some counter damage. Oh. 5 SCV kills. Does pull away. As MasTeR gets up to 4 Colossus. Back into Immortal production. Fleet Beacons on the way for Skytoss. Let's go. Now, even though Kamikaze, I do like the fight that he had. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to reset the Colossus count, and he is still on the back foot. Yeah, MasTeR, he's the first to remax. He's almost maxed out, actually. Impressive. Zealots getting shut down. The tanks are in the main base, not here to defend. When those tanks are on the front lines, getting up to what, 5 Colossus? Oh my god. Jesus. That's a lot of splash damage. Tanks are being kept here on the high ground. Meanwhile, Tempest production has begun. Oh, sorry, carrier production has begun. Now, Kamikaze, he saw the Colossus. He saw the Colossus army. He knows how many there are. This is where I have to be a little bit critical. And where are the Vikings? Where is the Viking production, more importantly, here? As Viking production is not underway, there's no second starport. There is, plus, there we go, second starport and production. Well, this feels late. This feels a little bit late as a response. Not just to deal with all these Colossus, but to deal with the Skytoss that's coming. Now, to be fair, Kamikaze, he hasn't scouted this. He doesn't know about the Skytoss, but seeing all these Colossi should be enough. Should be enough to prompt him. As MasTeR is maxed. Kamikaze is still building up. As MasTeR has weathered the storm. Gotten his 4th base up and running, sorry, his 5th base even. Now getting a 6th. This point killing his own zealots. Killing his own chargers here to make room for more carriers. Again, mastery is maxed. More carriers on the way. Storm as well. Making room for High Templar. Kamikaze peels off. MasTeR out of position, being forced back. Kamikaze is also about to max out. When it comes to his overall army composition, we'll see. It's only 5 Vikings. Like, the low Viking count is really concerning to me. But it's also one of those things where Kamikaze, he still hasn't seen the Sky Toss. I think he just caught a glimpse of the carriers. If that was the case, though, I'm not sure he'd be making tanks and medevacs right now. MasTeR still killing more of his own units, getting a 6th Colossus! Getting up to 6! That's a lot then. There we go, now he scans. Now he sees, now he knows what's going on. He confirms the Sky Toss. Nice tank polish here on the High Templar. Nice tank polish on the High Templar. Kamikaze pushing in. He needs to trade. Next they zone away the Immortals. This is where MasTeR would benefit from Tempest. Carriers are okay, but they don't scale amazingly. Tempests are just superior in a later game. So I'm a little bit surprised we have no Tempest yet. Tanks moving in. So you get a Colossus. And Colossus is going to be going down. But the ground army is exposed. Massive storms. Oh my god. Runs into the storms. As the tanks do fall. MasTeR maintaining a Sky Toss. Moving in once again, didn't lose any of his carriers, still 5 carriers, soon to be 8 carriers here for MasTeR. I do feel like there's more finesse with Tempest, but I mean, he can still brute force this with Mass Carrier. It's not as elegant, but I mean, it still works. Template gets caught. We have Mass Ghost here for Kamikaze. Still 0 Vikings. 0 Vikings here. Just Mass Ghost tank. I mean, EMPs are good. Don't get me wrong. And does catch out some of the carriers. Nice EMPs. But the follow-up isn't there. Kamikaze rotating, getting caught on siege. Tanks they charge, sorry, Zealots they charge in. Carriers popping off. Does he have enough interceptors? It's getting close. Ghost they stand their ground, going for the interceptors, going for the carrier. 1 carrier finally goes down. He gets 1. Gets 2. Takes down 2, takes down 3. Miss rally here from MasTeR. Leads out 3 carriers, runs out of interceptors, and again, at Tempest, they just have so much more longevity here in this game. All the carriers go down, barely any interceptors, diving in. And Kamikaze, he's done it. He has done it. Takes down every carrier, takes down the High Templar. GG gets called, and Kamikaze, he fights back. He puts a point on the board. Whew, GG. GG, well played. Again, MasTeR, just ton of visioning, going Mass Carrier. And again, Mass Carrier isn't really great in the late game situation like that. We saw that he was running out of interceptors. We saw that EMPs were connecting, and without interceptors, the carriers, they were dead supply. They were dead supply then and there, was dealt with. Likewise, because of the limited range of carriers, the army in general, the Protoss army has to just move closer, has to move closer here to the Terran, to the Bio, becomes more exposed. GG. Whew, GG, well played. With that, that leads us here into our next game, and Kamikaze, he does put a point on the board. Can he recover? Can he tie up the series? Up next, we're loading into Frostline. Let's go. Loading into Frostline. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Again, I had my doubts. I had my doubts about the mass ghost, but against pure carrier, I mean, it's fine. apparently it's fine. And here we go. We're getting into our next game. We're getting into game number 3 and spawning in the bottom of number 4. Spawning in the bottom hand corner of Frostline. We have our blue Terran player from Brazil, putting a point on the board, taking it here to MasTeR, at least in that longer later game. It is a Kamikaze. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the red Protoss player. The red Protoss still leading the series 2-1. We'll see if he can bring it back and extend that lead. It is MasTeR. And once again, Proxy Rex out of Kamikaze. Once again, going for that Proxy Rex. Once again, just like the previous game, this is not Marauder. This is not 2-Rex Reaper. This is just a singular Reaper here into a second Reaper into the main base just to get some early economic damage, just like what we saw in the previous game. Now again, last game was just very shaky early to begin there from MasTeR. If you recall, he was having a harder time trading. He was bleeding out a lot of Immortals, a lot of Colossus. There was some better engagements overall by Kamikaze in the mid to late game. MasTeR, at times he was a little bit greedy, at other times his third base was late, his fourth base was late, his fifth base was very late as well. MasTeR, he just wasn't in the best position as he otherwise wanted to be. Not like we saw in game 1, or even game 2. And we'll see how he recovers, if he can. Here comes that natural. We have a safety Zealot on the way. MasTeR, he of course scouts that the Rex is missing, so he's playing it safe by going for the Zealot. And you could argue this is already a nice start for Kamikaze, as he does force this reaction and force this response. Here we go. Reaper dives in, going for the mineral line. Can he get a probe? He gets one. That's one probe so far. Likewise, getting the scouting probe across the map. So 2 probe kills, not bad. Going for another. Adept has arrived. At this time, MasTeR's in position. He will lose another probe, but he will snipe the Reaper. Whew. The last game, the Reapers, they got so much and they escaped. This time, 3 probe kills is decent. Oh god. A bit of miscontrol there. Kamikaze does fight too close to the sun. He gets burned. Second Reaper goes down. That was not as worth it for Kamikaze. MasTeR defends. Now he can move out. And this time, there's no delay here on the Twilight Council. Twilight Council's on the way. Kamikaze behind this. Oh my god. If you recall, we did speak on how committed Kamikaze was in the last game with the delayed CC. Once again, delayed starport. That is a second and third racks before the starport. This should be a committed stim timing. I say should, just because we actually saw something similar here from Kamikaze against Allison, where he didn't go for a 2-base all-in, where he played it out a little bit safer instead. So if we were casting any other player like Bjorn, like Maru, like Clem, I would assume, okay, this is the setup for a 2-base all-in, but here Kamikaze may just be playing a little bit safer here and going for a later starport into a later third CC. As here come those tech labs. Just the one. Just the one tech lab. Likewise, safety Cyclone. The reason for this Cyclone is because Kamikaze does not know if this is a Stargate or a Templar Archives. Sorry, or a Twilight Council. So Kamikaze's in the dark, he's playing safe. This does cost him. As MasTeR's throwing down gateways. We have 2 gateways at the natural, likewise 1 gateway in the main, so 3 gate blink. MasTeR, he will soon move out. Soon move out with those Blink Stalkers. waiting for the prism. Waiting for that prism, getting ready for a third expansion. Back at home, Kamikaze just turtling up. Again, doesn't really know what he's up against. He's got the bunker, got his cyclones at the natural. First tank is on the way. And here come the stalkers. Now, ideally, MasTeR, he would want to snipe that tank. MasTeR, he will have high ground vision to rotate into the main. And we'll see if any units are exposed. MasTeR does make his way towards said main base. Going for the warp in. Meanwhile, there's limited vision here. The tank does rotate. Stalkers blink in. Tank is exposed. And they're gonna get it. Yeah, massive pick off. Tank goes down. Breaks the lock on as well. Oh. Army stims in. Remember, early stim here from Kamikaze coming in for the surround. And he gets caught. He gets caught. Massive pick off here on the prism. Prism gets sniped. Whew, not a bad catch. Not a bad catch here. He gets the prism and the stalker for a tank and a couple of SCVs. So Kamikaze does defend. And MasTeR back at home gets his third. Gets his third base. So just really nice movement there from Kamikaze. Catching out the prism. Go. Third CC from Kamikaze. So just building up towards the mid game. I will say that currently MasTeR is in a better position here. Likewise, he's also getting to a more standard follow-up, rushing into charge. He's not rushing into Colossus like we've seen in games past. It's +1, charge, immortal production. And it is going to be difficult here for Kamikaze to expand. The goal here should be to try to break the third and delay the third base. As MasTeR is building up. Baze on the way is also delayed Colossus production. He's getting there eventually, but later after charge. See if Kamikaze can get there. We'll see if he can claim that third. But now just building up. Building up his Vikings, getting a couple of Marauders. Soon Kamikaze should be able to break out and expand. It's really about what happens from there. Whether you can maintain that base. Again, there's a lot of Zealots getting ready. Zealots are moving out. That fourth Nexus. And as Kamikaze expands, now he's split up. He's split up between his natural, between his main. He's also getting ready for a run by. Stalkers, they poke in. They get a Widowmine. MasTeR doesn't move out with his main army, staying back at home. Spreading out Zealots all over the place. There's spotter units everywhere here. MasTeR is all over the map. Kamikaze going for his Ghost Academy. Unfortunately, there's a second academy, and hopefully he notices in time. It is a little bit wasteful. I do not believe this for Mass Ghost. There's a time and place for a second academy, but Kamikaze does slip up. Not the biggest of deals. now he can research ghosts that much faster. True. All the ghosts. And here we go. MasTeR is pushing in. So Zealous on the left, Zealous on the right, and the main army in the center. And it looks like so far Kamikaze, he's in position. He does defend the natural. MasTeR, he commits a little bit further. Here come the Zealots towards that third base. The tanks are exposed. MasTeR pulls away. Nice force fields. He does pull back. Both tanks go down. Massive pickoffs. MasTeR gets what he wanted. He doesn't get any economic damage, but he does deny mining time and he kills both tanks. Both tanks go down. MasTeR pulls away. He bleeds out only Zealots. You see here 17 Zealots in 1 sentry. I mean, that was a lot of minerals, true, but I mean, he has minerals to spare. As on 4 bases, he does replenish those Zealots. Brings him towards the natural. MasTeR, he cannot fight head on. He cannot fight this army head on. And Zealots hit the mineral line. Prism into the main. SCVs are going down. MasTeR rotates. Going for the third. Once again, MasTeR playing with fire here. He pulls away. 11 SCV kills Zealots. They're still wreaking havoc. Kamikaze, he wasn't able to defend. Wasn't able to split off units, just now moving in. Likewise, Prism did fall in the main. But that's still 11 SCV kills and no mining at the natural. MasTeR gets what he wanted, getting our 5th expansion. Disruptors are on the way. Only 1 robo. That's the one big issue here for MasTeR, is his limited robo production. That is a concern. But MasTeR is maxed. He's maxed out. Now pulling back. Kamikaze close to maxing out himself. There we go, there's that second robo, it's already done. MasTeR making 2 disruptors at a time. Getting into a blink for his Dark Templar. His DTs. So far Kamikaze's keeping up. MasTeR sneaking up on the main army. And MasTeR Snipe's going off. Oh, decent EMP. Decent EMP. Bunker goes down. MasTeR playing it safe. Meanwhile, Zealots do overwhelm that ground army. Planetary should be okay here, but Zealots, they got a lot done. Oh. Nice time for the Ghost. Snipe on the Ghost. Another Nova goes off. Doesn't connect. Clutch snipe there from Kamikaze. He collapses on the Colossus. And MasTeR cannot fight this head on. He will lose everything here. The Colossus go down. The Disruptors, the Immortals, the everything. Oh, as the Colossus barely escapes. At the same time, those Zealots bust into the mineral line. SVs are going down. And Kamikaze's all in. Kamikaze, at this point, he doesn't want to be, but he's all in. He may have a planetary, but no saturation. 17 SCVs go down to 35 workers. It's all or nothing for Kamikaze. He turns around. Does turn around, consolidating his army. And MasTeR just warps in. He warps in, he reinforces, more Disruptors, more Zealots, 8 at a time. Kamikaze, he needs to end the game. He did take a good fight, but again, he has no longevity in this game. Not anymore. He has no bank. Runs into the charge lots. Oof, bleeds out Ghosts. 2 Ghosts go down. Brutal pickoffs. Here comes the Nova. Just zoning away, just buying time. That's all MasTeR needs to do. Just buy time for extra warp-ins. I mean, he's got, what, 7 bases? Jesus. My God. 6. He's got 6 bases. 6 Nexus. Kamikaze rotates. MasTeR's in position. And now he's moving in. Oh. Zealots hit the 3rd base. What little economy that Kamikaze has left, it's going down. Doesn't really have much left over. More Zealots trickling in. Kamikaze, he has to respond. Even a disruptor, let's go. It's a 3 cool. Saves the disruptor. Kamikaze, he is up to 43 workers. Again, he's got half the worker count of his opponent. Kamikaze still has a terrifying army though, true. Army is terrifying. He can still win the fights if he can avoid all those Novas. That's how many? That's 6 disruptors. It's gonna be 8. That's a lot of Novas. That's a lot of balls. Flips the army. There it goes off. Better connection. Picking up a couple of Marauders, a couple of Marines here and there. Kamikaze does collapse in the expansion, but it doesn't matter. At this point, MasTeR can afford to lose it. He doesn't need that base. Does not need that expansion. Zealous catch reinforcements, picking up Marauders. And Kamikaze is all or nothing. Oof. Takes a massive Novus to the face. And MasTeR, he holds. He holds, he defends. The army just isn't there. Not anymore. Too much supply in Vikings. There are no Colossus. And this is going to be Kamikaze's final stand with the planetary. MasTeR, he respects it. He pulls away for now. Now moving in. Novus popping up. Oof. I don't quite bring the planetary down. We get the mass repair. Well, they head towards the third base. MasTeR coming in from behind. He wants the main army. Trying to lock him in. And he will. The army is just heavily overstimmed. Oof, Novas are connecting. And he's done it. He finally does it. He breaks the main army. It was a very tense back and forth, but GG gets called, and MasTeR, he will take the game and take a lead 3-1. GG. He will extend his lead. Again, Kamikaze, he was holding his own. He was holding his own up until that one moment when MasTeR, he was able to get into the natural. If you remember, he got into the natural, he got, was it 11 SCV kills, almost up to 17. He was able to catch reinforcements as well and cripple the economy, and with that, Kamikaze just wasn't able to recover. At one point, he went down to 35 SCVs, even though there was no major clash. There was no main fight when it came to the main armies. I would have actually favored Kamikaze there, but he was just distracted. Time and time again, he was just distracted. Zealots, they got into every single base, the 4th, the 3rd, the natural, even the main. GG. GG, well played. The Zealot Rumbites, they proved to be a little bit too much there, and with that, MasTeR is now one game away from claiming the series. Let's go. Let us go. Good morning, afternoon, man from the future. It is, what, 1 PM here? It is afternoon here in Australia. True, true. We'll be getting breakfast after this cast. We'll eventually get some food. We'll get there, we'll get there. For now, though, we're jumping into our next game. We're up against the wall here, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ultra Love. We have the Brazilian Terran player down in the series. One more loss, and the series is over. The finals will be over. He has to fight back here and now to extend this series and to have a chance at the ace match. It is a Kamikaze. And spawning in Kamikaze, he's like, be honest, last game, balanced? Kamikaze, he does like to cry. And spawning in us, MasTeR, he's like, what are you talking about? Like, what unit's OP? He's like, everything. In the bottom right corner, we have the red Protoss player leading the series 3-1. It is MasTeR. Here we go. Yeah, Kamikaze, he's saying that he was in a better position. So he's upset that he lost. What I would say, no, Kamikaze would watch this, is that Kamikaze, he did have a stronger main army. I mean, we were discussing that, right? A lot of it came down to, as he was getting his planetary, as he was getting his 4th base, he was just out of position. He was out of position. He failed to react to the run by at the natural in time, or I say in time, even just at all. Those zealots are wreaking havoc for a long time. It can be quite difficult keeping up with those zealot run-bys and zealot harassments, but if he was able to clean that up, then he can focus on the main push, and that's where he did have a superior army, right? That's where he could have engaged, but he didn't quite get the chance to, as he was torn apart by the run-bys, right? By the run-bys, by the counterattacks. Kamikaze. Because outside of that, like, he was playing it well. He was playing it well. But it can definitely feel frustrating. Like, it even happens in ZVP as well. Like, I've personally been in that situation where you have like a greater army, you can push, you want that fight, and every time you try to move out, every time you try to be aggressive, bam, Zealots in the base, right? Zealots at the 4th, at the 5th, in the main. It's like you just want to go, you just want to send it, you just want to be aggressive, and you can't. And it can definitely feel very aggravating. It can feel very frustrating, maybe that's a better word, when you know that you can take a fight, but you can't, right? You can't be as aggressive as you want to be because you have to be more defensive. You have to stay at home. Your opponent has map control. I mean, that's the reasoning for that, right? It can definitely be frustrating. But here we go. MasTeR does move out. Oh. Does move out. Takes down the first Reaper. Takes down the second Reaper as well. Nice pickups. Getting a third. Yeah, another Reaper goes down. Takes down all 3. Behind this, we have a delayed CC from Kamikaze. He did go for a faster factory into Reaper Hellion, but without those Reapers, the Hellions on their own can't really threaten too much. Typically, you would have those Reapers to maybe hit the main, Hellions hit the natural at the same time, or you can knock the Stalker out of position. Here, MasTeR, upon seeing all those Hellions, he fully walls off. He fully walls off on 2 bases. The Hellions can do nothing, and MasTeR can settle in to his Blink-based opener. He can settle into Blink. Meanwhile, Kamikaze across the map going for his 1-1-1 into Tank Viking. We've seen this before here, but unfortunately Kamikaze has no scouting information. So we've seen a lot of games where he goes for safety Cyclones, or in this case safety Viking, just because it could be a Stargate. We did see a Stargate opener and Stargate game on Whispers of Gold from MasTeR, so he has already shown in this series that it doesn't just open Blink every game. So in a sense, Kamikaze forced to be inefficient due to his lack of scouting. Oh, and he's pushing. He is going for early tank production. He's moving out real fast and real quick. And we'll see what he can get done. MasTeR getting his 3rd. Embracing Blink. How many gateways? So far, I believe 2. So 3. So 3 gate Blink into a faster 3rd base. MasTeR does move out, and Kamikaze will see if he can catch him. As the armies, they do pass by each other. They do engage. First Hellion goes down. Tanks are spotted. MasTeR knows. MasTeR knows, he's aware. Trying to slow this down, picks up a Hellion. Does catch both Hellions. Ideally would love to catch a tank. Or the medevac. As here come extra reinforcements. Immortal production has begun. So far, nice being control, but 1 Stalker goes down. Running out of Marines, so running out of Marines. The tanks are under fire. Yeah, the control is good enough, and Kamikaze is being shut down. He's being shut down here. It's close though. Takes down a lot of Stalkers in the process. The tanks, they barely survive. He has to get out of here. He has to pull away. Whew. Again, not the worst trade here from Kamikaze. Looking at the trades, it was what, 6 Marines and 1 Viking for 6 Stalkers. Very, very nice, at least gas-wise. Now the problem being that I'm sure Kamikaze wanted to pressure the natural or even deny the 3rd. I'm sure Kamikaze wanted more damage, but so far traded well. He trade well, makes it back home, he can now repair. As MasTeR has gained map control, has significantly less Stalkers than he would like to, but does have map control regardless. back at home. Once again, just like the last game, it is going to be blink into charge into +1. Again, this is a more common style here, a little more meta, going into charge loads, going for delayed Colossus. He will eventually get there, but this is designed to punish an aggressing Terran. If Kamikaze moves out too soon, he's going to run into a wall of Zealots. So we are building up. Observer likewise gets eyes on the main army in the main. Extra Maxes, double Viking production. Third CC is in production as well, so MasTeR knows there's no 2-base all-in. Seeing the third CC is assigned to expand, so MasTeR should be going for his 4th base. He's going for his 4th, and he throws down his bay as well. Nice catch on the Observer. Observer gets caught out. Let's go to Kamikaze. Does find the Prism. Very nice catch. Prism goes down. Shuts down the Prism. Kamikaze moving in. Oh. Kamikaze claiming his 3rd. I will say this 4th base is late. Yeah, we mentioned earlier when he saw the 3rd base building, that's typically when you expand and get the 4th. So MasTeR, his 4th base is delayed. Let's move out. Zealots are ready for the run by. Hey, we saw this earlier. Kamikaze, he does have a bunker in position, thankfully. And he does reposition his tanks further back, taking a more defensive stance. Zelsei poke in. MasTeR going for the natural. The wall is down. And Zelsei get into the mineral line. Okay, they peel off into the natural, into the main. Nice wall off here in the main base, but still that's going to be, what, 7, 8 SCV kills? Ay. 11. Oh, I'm getting deja vu. 11, 12 SCVs go down. Again, Kamikaze out of position. He did have a bunker, but the wall was open. The wall was open. Now he does lift. And you can see another Zealot run by getting ready. MasTeR preparing another run by. And again, MasTeR, you can't really break the main army, but he can catch Kamikaze out of position. Likewise, 2nd Robo's on the way, +2. MasTeR rotating in. Getting a 5th base as well. Let's go. This is a really scary position from MasTeR because Kamikaze could try to catch the army and could try to trap him. Speaking of MasTeR, he has to get the hell out of here. Pokes in, has to pull away. Nice force fields though. Nice force fields will delay the army, as Kamikaze has the much larger force. And Kamikaze would win in a head-on fight. So MasTeR, he backs off, he retreats. I would argue that that would be the moment for Kamikaze to counterattack, to chase this down. You could also argue that, I mean, if he were to do so, that's when MasTeR moves in with the Zealot run by. He didn't have one ready though. As Zealot run by is scouted, is confirmed. Kamikaze out of position, the 3rd base is exposed. Doesn't go for it though. MasTeR picking up the depots. Going for the mineral line. Zelsei force friendly fire. Again, Kamikaze, he was at the 4th base, not at the 3rd. He missed the rotation. Speaking of rotating, MasTeR rotates over towards the northern base. Does head over. Kamikaze, he doesn't see this. He sees nothing. And we made up in a weird base trade. He does spot the main army. He turns around. Okay. Does turn around, but not quite in position to save the CC. He's racing back. He stims over. Will save the command center. Same time, Zell stay out. Don't get much done. 2 SCV kills. 2 SCVs go down. Planetary under fire once again. MasTeR is maxed out. He's looking for those Novas. Nova goes up. Oh no! Oh my god. Does split in time. Thankfully, saves the ghosts. Ghosts are saved. Massive EMP. EMPs do pop off decent Nova towards the end, and MasTeR has to pull out. He has to get the hell out of here. As he pulls away, Zell say peel off towards that natural. This time, Kamikaze does lift in time. Kamikaze defends. He defends. MasTeR gets the hell out of there, taking another expansion. It's one of those things where the supply does lie. MasTeR, he's up in supply, but a lot of that is in workers. Meanwhile, Kamikaze has a much larger army supply. So again, in a lot of these engagements, MasTeR, he has to retreat. Like, he cannot fight head on. At least not yet. Oh. Oh! Disruptor rallies in. Nice pick up here from Kamikaze. Dark Templar, they do get past. Does he spot the shimmer? Doesn't look like he does. DTs, they get into the mineral lines. And there's no turrets. Yeah, there's no turrets in position. SCVs are going down. Another scan. 5 worker kills. MasTeR, he rotates. Ooh, as a Dark Templar in the main. 9, 10 SCV kills. Ay, ay, ay. As did we cancel? Does cancel the CC. Pushing further in. Novas, the first one doesn't connect, but that's a kill. The Planetary. Oh my god. Planetary goes down. And once again, MasTeR has to get the hell out of here. Colossus are going to fall. Does reset the Colossus count. Oof. Meanwhile, a little supply here in those Vikings. Massive Nova connects. And with that Nova, it looks like MasTeR, he does it. He breaks through the main army. GG, well played. And MasTeR, he will claim the series 4-1, becoming this month's Host Open champion. GG. Whew. Oh my god. GG, well played. MasTeR does take it. I mean, MasTeR, he did come in as the favorite player. MasTeR, he is the strongest Protoss player in all of Brazil, and arguably the strongest Protoss in all of Latin America. Kamikaze did well though, did well making it here to the finals, and even in a lot of these games had a lot of strong moments as well. Clearly frustrated towards the end of the series, especially after Frostline, but alas, did slip up, did make some mistakes here and there. There's a reason why as well, at least at the highest level, we do see whenever we have this more charge-heavy style from the side of the Protoss side of things, it is important to take a more defensive role early on. Not just that, but it can be difficult, but to go for drop play at the same time, whether it's Raven harass, Banshee harass, drop play as well, Widowmine drops, to get some damage across the map while you're defending. Because the reality is, we spoke time and time again about how Kamikaze, if there was ever a head-on fight, he would win, implying that he had enough supply to take those fights. Because that was never happening, the implication there is that there is spare supply to be sent elsewhere, right? That's maybe the biggest strength of MasTeR on both Frostline and here on Ultralove as well, is that there was nothing harassing. There was nothing hindering the economy. He was left alone the entire game. He was taking, 4th base, 5th base, 6th base. There was nothing touching him back across the map, so he could focus on harassing, on those main army movements, on the rotations, on the engagements as well. I will say that Kamikaze did have the spare supply to attempt any kind of run-bys or counterattacks or drop play, and alas, instead he was focusing on defending, but in doing so, he was having a hard time keeping up with the movements of his opponent, so there he was struggling. With that, GG well played. Congratulations here to MasTeR, and again, a shout out to Kamikaze for making it here to the finals. Did have a good performance nonetheless, and with that, we recrown our champion. GG well played. Oh my god, as MasTeR does claim it, and with that, that is going to be wrapping up our morning broadcast. A little bit shorter here than usual, 3 hours, as opposed to the typical 4, but it is an intense weekend, so I'm happy to cut things a little bit shorter here. Scrolling on over, we do have the rest of our broadcast, here tonight. You can see our weekly schedule. We just wrapped up Saturday morning with the host open, and later on this evening we have the Rex March Madness. That is going to be at 7 p.m. KST. That's going to be 9 p.m. AEST. That is going to be in 7.5 hours. 7.5 hours. I have enough time to eat and maybe nap a little bit before the next cast. Again, if you're curious, what is the Rex March Madness? Well, usually we are live multiple times a day, every single day, but as you can see, Wednesday is suspiciously open. You can see Wednesday, there's nothing there. Originally, we did have 2 casts that day, but it was a smudge day, just everything went wrong. Unfortunately, Wednesday morning, I wasn't quite able to cover Code for Giants Cup, and Wednesday evening, we were live. We were there at the time to cast Rex March Madness live, but the internet was very unstable. It happened for the first time. It's not really a common occurrence here, but basically while we were casting, we were spiking up to like 1000 ms. It was just out of nowhere, just like these random spikes, and it made for a bad viewing experience. It also, I didn't want to negatively impact the players. So in the end, we weren't able to cast. We weren't able to cast on Wednesday, but instead we have the replays. We have the replays, so that Rex March Madness is going to be a replay cast from matches that happened on Wednesday. So the Wednesday cast, move it to Saturday instead for a replay cast instead of a live event. I do apologize. I know a lot of people do prefer live events and live coverage, but it was out of our control. I didn't know what was happening. Everything's been fine since then, but for whatever reason, Wednesday, the internet was just going crazy. it was not good. It was not good. So I do apologize for that, but it means that we can catch up here tonight. Tomorrow is going to be the StarCraft Evolution League Code A in the morning and Sparkling Tuna Cup in the evening as well. So plenty of content, plenty of StarCraft throughout the week. If you want to help support us, you can do so via following the channel here on Twitch, over on YouTube as well. VODs are uploaded on a daily basis on YouTube, so if you want some VOD action, YouTube is the place to be! Exclamation mark. Socials in the chat for links to our YouTube, to our social medias, Discord as well. It is all there in the chat. Likewise, thank you so much to our supporters on Patreon. We actually got a new patron today. Thank you so much. Actually, 2 patrons. Oh my god. Thank you so much. During the broadcast, actually, we got a new patron. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Again, you can see our current goal on Patreon. 100% of the money on Patreon goes towards our tournaments. We do host events like Duckling Open, MasTeR Open, and Sparkling Tuna Cup as well. All of those 3 events, it is all funded via Patreon. Our next goal is to boost the prize pool of Sparkling Tuna Cup even further. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. We actually got a new patron last night and won a couple of minutes ago actually. so thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the support that we do get, whether it's here on Twitch, whether it's subscribers, members on YouTube, supporters on Patreon, or even just watching the channel. Thank you. Thank you so much for all the support. We do appreciate it. We appreciate it so much. Thank you. Again, we're going to be live once again in 7.5 hours. That is going to be the Rex March Madness. And yeah, we are wrapping up. We are wrapping up for now. I'm going to be catching up on replays, on replay packs, I should say. If you're a subscriber, and even if you're a patron as well, we do give out replay packs to our subscribers and to our patrons. So do join our Discord, as you will gain access to our secret channel on Discord, where we do hand out those replay packs. So we got you covered there. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it so much. And stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Who is live? Who is live at the moment? Who can we send everyone over to? I know Enki is covering some StarCraft Evolution in Spanish, and we got a lot of love for Enki. True. We got a lot of love for Enki. I think Patches is streaming at the moment. Who else is live? I see Enki. I see Arbitrary is playing the Warcraft 3 campaign. Webito Eggs is live. So good raid Eggs. I know BB is live. Dave Testa. Pacheca. Yo, Pili is live. PvT, he doesn't stream too often anymore. It's been a while. Okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for support. We'll see you guys next time. I was going to raid Enki, but we'll give some love to PvT just because he raided us last time and he doesn't stream too often anymore, and he's a good friend. So give some love to PvT. He is an American Protoss player, so give him some love. Otherwise, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later on tonight for some Rex March Madness. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego.